Oh, link. Natumira yage. Yes.
I think we can start. So we have the board, and the manager, ready. So we shall not do that with the introduction. We have an AGM on Saturday. I think Mr. Simon so we want to see a demo. We want
Okay, so I can start. Okay. Our fellow members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the board, I want to welcome you to our financial year 2019-2020 annual general meeting. You are most welcome. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. Today I speak to you in another unusual way. It's regrettable we are not able to meet in person as usual, but this, you know, is necessitated by the current government protocols of COVID-19, which continues to be a threat to the global economy. As such, we call for solidarity with every one of us playing their part to ensure that we rise through these difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now take you through the performance of the society for the last financial year ended 30th June 2020. In brief, the year 2019-2020 was particularly favorable with warm and wet season witnessed. The market was fairly flourishing, as well as with fair prices and almost stable demand. The first half of the year was very promising, and it's during this period that we achieved great progress in market expansion and acquired most of the daily assets, recording an increase in turnover. Key highlights for financial year 2019-2020 can be summed as under or below here. The society achieved a total revenue of 493,523 for 59 million, an improvement from the previous performance. Increased the society assets by 74.96% from Kenya shillings 96 million to Kenya shillings 168 million. Increase the production capacity of both yogurt and pasteurized milk through value adding, 76.89% up from 56.7% of the total intake. The total number of ordinary plant share cumulatively as at the end of the financial year was Kenya shillings 1,097,000 this year. Members were trained on preparation of maize silage, with more members embracing silage making as favorable for the preservation technique. We ventured into new market regions in Central Rift, that is Nakuru, Naivasha, and Moro. Eastern, which is Embu, Moya, and Shuka. And Nyandarua for the sale of our yogurt. On the other hand, it was a difficult moment for the dairy industry, where we had an unprecedented outbreak of foot and mouth disease that resorted to loss of animals and high cost of vaccination, which lasted for nearly half of the year, affecting our production and by extension the income. The anticipated outbreak of COVID-19 within the same period brought about a mirage of challenges. The sudden closure of schools and hotels and other institutions was such a huge blow to our sales revenue as they take up a large percentage of our market. The milk intake at the collection point reduced due to increased consumption at home also. Additionally, of the old office building to pave way for the construction of the dairy factory, outbreak of foot and mouth disease that resulted in cattle death and also reduced production of milk. High costs of animal feeds, which was also affected by the COVID-19, was witnessed. Growth and expansion. As we had earlier informed you, during the last AGM, we were in collaboration with two development partners, that is Agrify and UCDF. They have played a very significant role in the growth and expansion of our society in the year. They lived true to their word and fully funded the purchase of the dairy machines. Agrify Kenya facilitated the acquisition of complete UHT line worth Kenya shillings 65 million. UCDF funded the acquisition of milk packaging machine, yogurt packaging machine, batch pasteurizer, cold room, panels, air compressor, water purifier, and a refrigerated truck worth Kenya shillings 25 million. As shall be referenced from our previous report, we had requested your approval to transfer value for Tinganga and Reavai plot to construct a dairy factory. The board of management, however, deliberated and retained the two plots and instead loan from our bank to fund the project. The factory was constructed at a cost of 13.5 million and it's 95% complete and projected to be used before the year end. The installation of the yogurt batch pasteurizer and a cold room and a refrigerated truck has enabled us to build our production capacity. Has enabled us to enhance our production capacity. Although acquired, the ECL machine and milk pouching filling machine are yet to be installed, awaiting completion of the dairy factory. Installation of these machines will enable us to develop new daily products in the market and in turn improves on sales revenue. I think, can I go on? Can we get the feedback now before maybe?
So can we now do another phase? Now we correct the sound, then we get feedback. Check.
Financial year 2019, 2020 annual general we can do another test. Okay. 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 Yeah.
The microphone you're using is very sensitive.
Oh.
So if this talk or there is movement in a peak.
Oh.
So the issue is that maybe there is a lot of movement. You can reduce.
Hata hiyo ya nje. Yeah.
So I guess usually we can work on.
Okay.
However, for the volume is what we want to test. We increase the volume.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will tell you when to start.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear a lot of noises.
Yes.
It has peaked. Yeah, I can hear a lot of noises. It has peaked. Yeah, I can hear a lot of noises. It has peaked. Yeah, I can hear a lot of noises. Huh? Oh, I go on. Oh, okay. On behalf of the board members, I want to welcome all of you to financial year 2019-2020 annual general meeting. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. Today I speak to you in a rather unusual way. It's regrettable that we are able to meet in person. We are not able to meet in person. Testing. Yeah. Kasha wewe na waigira mtandaoni. Hiyo ndio mtandaoni. Kasha wewe na waigira mtandaoni. Hiyo ndio mtandaoni. No kali ndame igua haha ai. Reke jibu yaku. Thire kweno yako. Yakwa iguru muno. Haya. Ajia. Shokia thutha. Okay, abotige. Yeah? kwamba kugea mata Mungu yakora egwika tareke ugu yakwa yakwa ri ona ngicokia ri maximum tarikiriri yakwa Mine can be hard. So can I go on? Oh yeah. Yes, please.
The volume can be increased. It's very easy to do that. But the time you increase that, that will cover the sensitive. So one solution is either we are silent. But then the other solution is that on Saturday, will there be different people speaking?
Yes.
Yes. So now we won't use that microphone. Yeah. We will use our wired microphone. That way we won't have the problem of noise.
Oh, yeah, because I think that's, yeah, when we use that microphone, yes, we can also use the stand. Maybe someone comes and stands, yes, and gives his speech, then he drops out and someone else comes.
So today there was a team working, so it went with the...
Oh, yeah.
So we carried two microphones, and yeah, this is even more sensitive than that. But then we will not be using these two, so yeah, now we have that problem. So to never solve the problem, yeah, volume very clear. The other thing you will notice that different phones have different brands of speakers. So if we judge the sound by your phone, it will a bit. So what we do, we make sure we put it standard.
Yeah.
So so we have to balance it. So what we tell the people is that as long as you can hear clearly, don't mind about the volume that much. Yeah. Because yeah, because of the phone brand. So what we are going to do to increase the volume,
yes,
what we will do is that on Saturday, I've been told we are going to be using the podium. Yeah. So we are going to change the setup a little bit to allow us. So we will be using the podium to have a mic stand. Yeah. Then yeah. So the sound will be now constant. So one speaker speaks, so there will be no changing of microphone. So are you satisfied with the quality of the picture?
The quality is okay. The quality is fine.
So now with him now,
yes.
So now from him I will get all the details of everybody who is speaking with his designation, yeah, and then we get the logo of the daily, yeah. So all those things now from now by Saturday start. Okay. So now let us do a final test run.
Yes.
Increase the volume of sound.
Yes.
Then increase the volume. Yes. Then now we'll be okay. If you don't want to leave usikizie nje, it's okay. But tukianza kumove you have to repeat at four. Tukianza kumapiti hivyo. So it's either
if you have to move, you move now.
And also if you play your device you have ndani, itakuwa ni kama kujirudia, tutachukua kwa hiyo feedback.
Oh. Yes. So they better get out.
Yes, whoever wants to listen on their devices can step out of that space.
Oh, yeah.
Putting this microphone closer to you.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And when you're ready, you can start.
Okay. Fellow members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the board, I want to welcome you to financial year 2019-2020 annual general meeting. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. Today I speak to you in a rather unusual way. It is regrettable we are not able to meet in person as usual, but this, you know, is necessitated by the current government measures through the Ministry of Health to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, which continues to be a threat to the global economy. As such, we call for solidarity with every one of us, playing their part to ensure that we rise through these difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now take you through the performance of the society for the financial year ending 30th June 2020. In brief, the year 2019-2020 was particularly favorable with warm and wet season witnessed. The market was fairly flourishing as well, with fair prices and almost stable demand. The first half of the year was very promising, and it is during this period that we achieved great progress in market expansion and acquired most of the daily assets, recording an increase in turnover. The key highlights for the financial year 2019-2020 can be summed up as under. The society achieved a total revenue of 493,525 million, an improvement from the previous performance. Increased the society assets by 74.96% from 96 million to 168 million. Increase the production capacity of both yogurt and pasteurized milk through value adding, 76.89% up from 56.7% of the total intake. The total number of ordinary plan shares cumulatively as at the end of the financial year 2019-2020 was Kenya shillings 1,097,834 million this year. Members were trained on preparation of maize silage, with 4 members embracing silage making as a favorable fodder preservation. As more members embrace silage making as a favorable fodder preservation technique. Ventured into new market regions in Central Rift, namely Nakuru, Naivasha, and Moro. Eastern, namely Embu, Mwea, and Shuka, and Nyandarua for the sale of yogurt. On the other hand, it was a difficult moment for the dairy industry, where we had an unprecedented outbreak of foot and mouth disease that resulted to loss of animals and high cost of vaccination, which lasted for nearly half of the year, affecting our production, by extension the income. The anticipated outbreak of COVID-19 within the same period brought about a mirage of challenges. The sudden closure of schools, hotels, and other institutions was such a huge blow to our sales revenues, as they take up a large percentage of our market. The milk intake at the collection point reduced due to increased consumption at home. Additionally, we were not able to hold training or offer extension services to members due to health protocols and social distancing. We have appreciated your understanding and cooperation during that period. In the year, we posted a net loss of 7 million, which was attributed by the high preliminary cost in the implementation of the kick-off the project, i.e. cost of professional fees on a new factory, architectural drawings and approvals, relocation and office demolition, and machine relocation. The outbreak of COVID has resulted in loss of market, loss on the demolition of the old office building to pave way for the construction of daily factory. The outbreak of foot and mouth disease that resulted in cattle death and reduced milk intake from members. high cost of animal feeds affected by outbreak of COVID-19. Growth and expansion. As we had earlier informed you during the last AGM, we are in collaboration with two development partners, namely Agrify and UCDF. They have played their significant role in the growth and expansion of our society in the year. They lived true to their word and fully funded the purchase of dairy machines. Agrify Kenya facilitated the acquisition of a complete UHT line worth Kenya shillings 65 million. UCDF funded the acquisition of milking packaging machine, yogurt packaging machine, batch pasteurizer, cold room panels, air compressor, water purifier, and refrigerated truck, all worth Kenya shillings 25 million. I shall be referenced from our previous report. We had requested you for approval to transfer value for Tinganga and Riavai plot to construct a dairy factory. The Board of Management, however, deliberated to retain the two plots and instead seek a loan from our bank to fund the project. The factory was constructed at a cost of 13.5 million and it's 95% complete and projected to be in use by the end of this year. The installation of yogurt batch pasteurizer, a cold room, and a refrigerated truck has enabled us build on our production capacity, open up new market, and effectively, conveniently deliver milk to these new market regions. Although acquired, the ECL machine and new pouch filling machine are yet to be installed, awaiting the completion of the factory. Installation of this machine will enable us to develop new dairy products in market and in turn improve sales revenue. Santeni sana.
Yes.
May God bless you.
So, don't know where the other directors or the other members are listening so that we can get feedback.
Members come. Tumemaliza kujeni. Board members. How was it? We want to get your feedback. Okay, let's wait till I'm makuo. Want to get your feedback? Okay.
Fonts are different. Yes. In terms of volume,
Oh.
Also, we have the feedback from Aran.
Huh?
Aran
Anarahora.
Okay.
Bananginyo. Today Mushamane ini. How was it? Oh, it was. That's a good feedback. Oh, okay. Thank you. Now, can you speak for your feedback? The second one is
very clear with a lot of clarity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This one of us who is at home, and that's the feedback. Okay, thank you so much, Aran.
So I'm still with you.
You are with us. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll pass your regard to other members.
Okay. Waambie wasipime mashini kama ngasha ukisikia ukimuuliza imeenda wapi.
Gashau. Sawa. Okay. Manager wakiwa nginyoma wira-ini koguo Haya. Riu aere me haja na matire thiini wa kerea. Ai ona iwe. Mutuma kerea-ini. How was it? How is your feedback? Okay. Mwalimu yaku yuma atia? Ewe mundu gwitolea? Mokwaria huo twirageni. Aya. Okay. Amekula tarehe kwa kitu kwa huko. Eh.